So I wanted to make a video about moving out of state, like on your own, and like how my experience, how it was. A few things that I want to point out. I am from Massachusetts, and so I was really scared to like move out on my own, especially to another state. And that was to Florida. So I moved to Florida, and I was, kind of skeptical about the move because I didn't know if I was gonna like it, and if I didn't end up liking it, I was scared I was gonna have to like go, like start all over again back in Massachusetts. Like I've been in Massachusetts my whole entire life, but the thing is that I was like, what if I, take all my stuff and I move it all down to Florida, and then it doesn't work out. Or like, I have to, like, there was just a bunch of stuff I had to do. Like, I had to change my address and change schools and all this stuff. So, and I was like, what if it just doesn't work out? But, like I said, I've been in Massachusetts my whole life. And once I was in Florida, it was a little bit weird for me. It was different because the streets are wider, people drive a lot faster and crazier. I mean, Massachusetts people drive pretty aggressive, but Florida, they just drive aggressive and bad. Like I don't think they know how to drive. But there's a lot of bad drivers. But I mean, once I was there, I got used to it, and I loved it. Like I guess every state has their their pros and cons, but Florida, compared to Massachusetts, I felt like I was a lot happier there than I was my whole life in Massachusetts. In Florida, there's more of a variety of different type of people. It's a lot more diverse, definitely, I would say. And I did like how there weren't so many potholes. That actually made me feel better about driving. I liked how the speed limit was higher. I know it's kind of not that big of a deal, but I don't know. I just liked how it wasn't, like small streets everywhere I went. I also liked how it was spacious on the roads. I liked how I liked Publix. I love Publix. For those of you that don't know what Publix is, it's a supermarket. In Massachusetts, it would be Market Basket that we like love, but they don't really have a lot of organic selections. But Publix does. Publix is like a supermarket in Florida. I don't know. They have like, I don't know. They have a little bit of everything. That's why I liked it. They are a little bit pricier, but I did like Publix a lot. It was like a good go-to market to get your groceries at, and it was like on every corner. So, and on top of that, they also close, most of them that I went to, they closed at 11 p.m. at night. So if you were working, you had to go to the grocery store. It's not like, oh wait, it's too late now and I gotta eat out, whatever. No. I was able to go after work, and it was nice. I liked it, and it was literally like across the street from where I lived in West Palm Beach. West Palm Beach is where I lived, and I love West Palm Beach. So yeah, I mean, the other things I liked about Florida, I mean, the snow is nice. The winters, cold is good, but I don't know. I mean, when I was in Florida, don't get me wrong, I was like, I can't wait to go back home to the cold. Like, I don't think I'm going to last here. It's too hot, being negative Nancy. But I got used to it, and I loved it. Like, I was like, oh, I love how I can just leave my house in sandals. I love how I can just leave in a t-shirt and shorts. Like, I'm at home, like, everybody likes to be at home, like, comfortable. And I would be at home wearing my shorts, my t-shirt, and sandals. And I don't have to change. I can just go and, what I'm wearing and go do a quick run to the store. I don't know. I liked how, I would be home. Okay, let's say a day of work. I would go work. And then when I come back from work, I have some free time before class. If I wasn't doing homework, I can go to the pool and like relax, or the beach. Or even when I came back from class, I had time. I can go to the beach. Like, you don't really get to do those type of things in Massachusetts, especially in the winter season or fall season when it's not summer. And like, I don't know, like Florida has a lot of pools, they have a lot of beaches. There's I don't know, it's just, I mean, most apartments tend to have, it depends where you live, but most apartment complexes or neighborhoods, residential areas, they have their own pools, their own public pools that they provide for their residents. I mean, I feel like the people there are, I mean, people in Boston are nice too. I feel like people in Boston, they're all nice. People in Boston are nice. Like, people here are good. I mean, it depends where you go, because some people could be stuck up, but that's everywhere you go. They could be stuck up, or they could just be like, I don't know, like, just want to be bougie, or I don't know, like, I don't know, but in Florida, people tend to be a lot nicer. Like, in Boston, I feel like here you have to go up to someone for them to be nice to you. You have to be like the first one to do it. I guess maybe it's a pride thing. I don't know. But in Florida, people tend to be a lot more laid back and like nicer, and a lot more open. I don't know. I mean, Florida, it's just, I think it's the weather. Like, now, I am in Massachusetts right now. I wasn't living in Florida for 2 months, and I absolutely loved it. Before I moved, people told me, oh, you're not going to get a job there. You're not going to get a good paying job there. It's going to be hard. Living there is cheaper, which is true. It is. The living there is a lot cheaper than, most places. It is cheaper. They're like, oh, it's cheaper, but you're not going to get paid that good in your job, so it's all the same. It's just going to be harder. That's all BS. First of all, my advice to you is don't take people's advice, especially when they haven't done what you're trying to do. For example, if you want to enter a dance competition and they start telling you, oh, there's a lot of people that get into that, like, are you really prepared? Like, are you sure you want to go to that competition? Don't listen to them. Like, are they a dancer? Have they gone to this competition before? Like, do they really know if it's worth it or not? So just go for yourself and experience yourself, because that's what I did. And I was really, really scared. Like, everybody was asking me, oh, you're really going to do it? Or, oh, like, I think you're going to watch it come back. Watch it come back. Well, everybody comes back. No. Honestly, it's just, you have to have the right mentality. Like, when I moved to Florida, I barely went with money, honestly. I had a little bit saved up. I didn't have enough, but I didn't really go with that much money. But before I moved, I made sure that I was applying to jobs, so that when I was there, I had interviews already lined up for me when I was already there, so I don't have to be job hunting, like, for the process to be a lot longer. I also before I moved, I also made sure that I was looking, what type of places were hiring, what they were looking for. So I think it all depends on where you work too, maybe. I mean, I have experience in like retail, with sales, office environments, with the elderly. So it was, I don't know, I feel like if you set your mind to that you're going to be able to do something, if you tell yourself you're going to be able to make it, you're going to be able to find a job, you're going to be able to be stable and live fine, you're going to be able to do it. All you need to have is faith. That's all you need. All you need is faith, and a good positive mindset, and you'll make it. I mean, I don't know. My experience in Florida was pretty good. I mean, it rains a lot. It tends to rain really, really hard during the day. It'll rain for like an hour. The minimum it will rain for is like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then it'll be sunny and 95 degrees again. Or it could, start raining during the day, late in the day, for an hour to a few hours, and then, it'll be hot again. It tends to get humid, but, I know that a lot of people tend to be scared. Like I said, that was the whole topic of this thing. And before I moved, I actually looked up videos, talking about people that move from one state to another. And, you just have to make sure that you're prepared mentally. That's number one. You have to make sure that you're prepared mentally. You have to go with a positive mindset, even if you're not sure. Like, I moved because I wanted something different. I was tired of the winter. And like I said, I'm here now in Boston, coming back to this weather. And I was only in Florida for 2.5 months. Like, being in this weather right now, it's about 18 degrees outside. I can't deal. Like, I'm tired of this cold. Like, I already experienced what it is to be in a nice place, in a nice environment. I just want to go back, which I am. I'm going to be moving back to Florida, hopefully within the next month. But yeah, I mean, you just have to have the right mentality. You have to be like, see, what I'm doing now is I'm making sure I'm going to have money saved up so that I can get an apartment as soon as I get there. And so I'll have interviews already lined up for me to work. But I always have a backup plan. I always look for a solution for everything. So, and I have family too, and I have friends, but even if I didn't have that, I would still make sure that I have money in the bank before I move so that I can cover myself if anything were to happen. But still just have a positive mindset, and I promise everything will work out fine. So yeah, just, positive mindset. Make sure you have money saved up for you to, get an apartment or find a roommate. And, just a job. Make sure that that's the one important thing. And people say, oh, Florida pays minimum wage, or they pay less than whatever most places, which is true, but based on your experience, they do tend to pay you more. Now, when I was in Florida about a month and a half ago, or 2 months, I don't know, we're in December now, December 12th. I came back from Florida October 27th, I think it was. When I was in Florida, I got hired at a job paying me more than I got paid here in Massachusetts. Like, that's crazy. Like, I would never expect that. So now I'm just like, you know what? When I go back, I'm going to get paid either like that, or if not, even better. Who knows? Like, it's going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. My skin glows. I feel healthier. I tend to eat healthier, and I exercise more. I don't know. I just think it's a more positive environment. The cons, what I didn't like about living in Florida, oh my God, I hate frogs, toads. That just scares the shit out of me. I hate it. I also didn't like the bugs, like these fat cockroach-looking bugs. But I mean, some things are pricier, but like when you go to the supermarket, the groceries are going to be pricier, but you can always go to Walmart or your local like small convenience supermarket. Those tend to be cheaper too. And then if you go to like organic farms, or farm stands or organic markets, the produce tends to be a lot cheaper. And they're natural, they're organic. So that's what I love about Florida too. Versus here, if I try to buy organic produce, it's like double or triple the price. Not actually, like triple the price. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Comment below and I can respond to you. And now what I'm planning to do is my cat has something weird on his back. Now what I'm planning to do is I want to move down to Miami. Since it's such a fast, unplanned move, because I decided this like 3 days ago. I'm like, I'm leaving to Florida. I'm not staying here. I'm going to stay with a friend in Miami for about a month until I get a job and, find a house. I was thinking about moving to Orlando instead. A lot of people have been telling me that Orlando's a really nice area. And there's a lot of Dominicans. I'm Dominican. I'm not, I don't care who I live around, but I like to be around my culture. And I do like diversity too, but I don't know. I'm used to being around a lot of people from my culture here where I live, so it's nice to have it around. I don't really have a lot of family there, but anyways, yeah, my experience, with anything in life, like if you want to try something out, if you're tired of whatever you're dealing with, if you want a fresh start, just do it. Just look for the proper steps to take in order to be able to fulfill what you want, and if you do bad, then whatever, then you can just go back to whatever you were doing, or maybe you don't have help, but there's a solution for everything. There's a solution for everything. You just got to keep positive and look for the solution, because it's there. And if not, just get help. There's always going to be someone. All right, well, that's it. Thanks. Bye.